What's good? I didn't know you was in there now. What's happening?
Nothing much. I actually didn't. Uh, I just woke up not too long ago, so I'm glad I saw your text.
You got a voice app, or is that your voice?
That's my voice. That's
Bruh.
What in the world?
that's my voice.
Bruh, it's been changed.
Oh yeah.
Bruh, it wasn't like that last time we talked.
This is the last time we talked. Couple, maybe a year ago, maybe.
Yeah, we did a little interview. I put you on my channel, talked about some of the stuff you was doing, all
Oh
of that.
yeah. Yeah. A lot has happened since then.
Yeah, well, catch me up.
All right.
Catch me up. What's been up?
Um, Nothing much. Junior in high school now. Still go to Richmond.
Yeah.
Um, I don't do too much. Play for the JV basketball team now, but with COVID, it's kind of all over the place.
Mm.
But yeah, and I'm still doing the designs here, getting better and better every time.
I see. I see. I'm glad to see that. One of the things is where I wanted to, where I, part I'll tell you some of the problems that I had and some of the things that I need to continue to do because I'm still building what I'm doing,
Mhm.
right? So it's not all the way. I mean, it's together, but I need to tap in more to like the creative guys like you who've really been coming in and really been doing some work and not just like giving you my classes and then after the class is over, then that's it. Or after the program, you graduate to go somewhere else. That's it. It's like you part of my network the whole time, right? So you kind of tapping in with me, and I'm connecting you to my network, right? So that's what really needs to be done. That's what's really going to make you successful in any choices you make. Because I'm connecting the dots to other situations for you, so you don't have to do all of that work that I did, basically, right? So I'm handing down, I'm doing all the work that I did. I'm crunching it down, making it simple for you so you can jump over the hurdles that I had, right? So any complications or any ways to move in college, you know how to do that, how to get a job. Like I can kind of like set you and put you in a space where it's gonna make it easy for you, easier, right? It's a support system, basically, right? So, and the reason why you key to that is because I still, out of all the kids I teach, for the most part, I still see you doing it, basically. And when I see you doing it, that's basically saying like, well, you basically a designer if you're doing it and it's not something that is some homework for you to do, or you know what I'm saying, it's just something that you just, it's like you're really trying to do it. You're really showing an interest in it. So, and then I seen how it progress too. Looks good. So that's kind of what it is. So one of the things that I'm working on for this year coming up is me having a home base. So me having a little spot, a little, um, you know, a location where you could come to. I got some couches, I got some laptops, I got some tables, I got some other creatives coming in, and you could come in and we can brainstorm, we could do some work, we could even create some stuff, right? So it's almost like a mastermind group type of thing where I got some other guys coming in there and we like, well, you need to do this, you need to do that. And then we create it in that spot and then you post it. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's like, well, I need some support on this, I'm looking to do this. Well, I need some merch, right? So like, okay, well, we could probably set up some merch for you. We could sell some, put that stuff on some tees, sell those tees. We can get into talking about cryptocurrency, NFT, what that looks like, the metaverse, what's that gonna mean for you? Because as you go on in this game, you got to understand all of that stuff because you're gonna capitalize off of that stuff, right? And then
Mhm.
probably get into like some Illustrator too, getting some custom work done. And if you need some other resources, like maybe you need an iPad Pro with the pencil with Procreate, because that's the only thing is like you probably limited because you might need a camera. You like, right? So it may be a situation where, all right, we need some funding to help my man. You know what I'm saying? So he needs a camera, he needs a tripod, he needs to look at the work he's doing. We're investing in him, right? So we're investing in you to help you progress and do your thing. basically. Makes sense? Questions about that?
No, I'm just excited to see how everything folds out.
Yeah.
Because I'm always looking up like new techniques and stuff on YouTube, see what I could probably add to my designs. Because I know that a lot of designers, they end up building their own identity, with this type of design, because that's how they like to create their stuff.
All right, I'm on that's dope. Cause that's part of it. Part of it is like part of it is being self-taught. Like I'll give you some gold nuggets, but to really get good and really sharpen your craft, you got to be looking at the stuff all the time. Like it's really part of it is like you got I always talk about your conscious and your subconscious. Like your subconscious, like if you're looking at this stuff all the time, some of it's going into your subconscious. So when you're sleeping, you kind of almost working out the problems and solutions of, you know, creating something that's not been created before. That's what you want to do. The thing is, you want to stand out and be the best that you can be. And the only way that you could do that is by doing it all the time, thinking about it all the time, right? And then, you know, and then I'll kind of point you in the direction where you need to think about building a personal brand around yourself, right? So you can get some work, right? So at some point, you're gonna need to get some money coming in. Ain't no sense of working at Amazon Fulfillment Center when you could be, you know what I'm saying? When you can be getting some money doing some Photoshop or doing some video or getting some money designing, right? So it's one thing you getting paid to do something that you love doing. So that's kind of the space that you need to be in because you're gonna do it eventually. You're gonna be hustling and doing it eventually, whether you go to school, whatever the route you're going, you still gonna be like hustling and establish yourself as, you know, you writing down certain goals, like I want to make this amount of money during a month, right? So you got to figure that out and have an action plan. Like I plan on selling some merch. How much merch costs? How much the hood? How much the t-shirts cost? What kind of t-shirts are they going to be, right? So how much is it going to cost before I can make a profit? So you got to figure all of that out. Like what sizes I'm gonna have 10 larges, 10 extra larges, 10 smalls, mediums, how much that's gonna cost, how much it's gonna cost to print those. Okay, I need a heat press, how many sheets I'm gonna go, I need a website, how much that's gonna cost. So you can kind of figure out like if this is the route I wanna go, how long is this just gonna take away from something else? So it's kind of like you're not like drifting, you kind of like really manifesting where you want to go and stuff that you want to get into, right? And then researching that too. Like you really should know, like I always talk about, like the top dudes in the game that's doing it. Is there any young dudes that's on my level doing it? Is there any young dudes that's in my level doing it that's in Cleveland that I need to that I need to connect with? Is there anybody that I'm inspired by, right? So one of the things is like we already know about the NFT cards and all of that stuff, right? So NBA NFT cards, NFA, I mean, what is it called?
NFL.
No, NFL, NFTs, right? So you heavy on the sports, and that's like your love and passion. So you might as well put your eyes towards working for the NBA and designing all their stuff, basically, right? So, I mean, that's an ideal dream situation for you to do, right? Am I right? Playing too. Seem like you want to play too, but playing, but working for the NBA or you look like NBA for sure. So working for NBA, working for Nike or Adidas, doing some design work for them, right? So when they see you posting, tagging dudes, they see it like, damn, this is beautiful. Can you do something for me? Yeah, this is how much it's gonna cost. And have real prices, not pricing me as a teenager, like this is how much it's gonna cost to book me to do this work, basically, or hire me on, right? So if I wanna manifest me working for the NBA as a designer, doing this stuff professionally, NFTs and all of that stuff, who is the hiring person to do that, right? You could probably figure that out right now. You could go to LinkedIn, type in NBA creative, and you can start buzzing around and start asking some questions. This is the thing that's beautiful about being young. It's like, look, I want to be a designer. I want to get in this field. Can you coach me and help me to get in there? So it's not like you just applying for a job. Like, are they hiring? Send them a resume. Theoretically, that's how you do it. Send them a resume. They see your portfolio. They bring you in. You answer some questions or whatever. It's a hiring phase, and then they hire you. But this is a way that really speeds you up. Like, okay, if I do want to work for the NBA as a designer, and this person is hiring for these roles, what does he want to see in my portfolio? And you can figure that out. And then now you know what to be working on. We want to see logos. We want to see this. We want to see stuff like that. That makes sense? So it's like, yeah, so it's like you really manifesting, because if the thing is, like, if you want to play for the NBA, bro, the thing that makes, what's the difference between you and Kobe and LeBron and anybody else is that they really believe in it and they see it now. So their actions right now reflect that end goal at the end. Makes sense? So you ain't gonna really be goofing around. You ain't really gonna be staying up all night and messing around, because you know you want to be in the NBA. You know how long that's gonna take. It ain't gonna happen right now. So you gonna be focused to get there. So if you want to be like, look, I want to work. If all else fails, I want to be in that NBA somewhere in that building. If it ain't playing, I'm gonna be designing, working Adidas, Nike. I want to work for Kanye, whoever it is, or I want to create some shoes. Like, so you got to figure out, like, you got to do some research, like, who was the dudes hiring? Who was the CEO of this? Who was the CEO of that? Who was the hiring manager? Who was the designers? Are they talking, or where they at? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, then, you know, at some point you can almost like travel and meet dudes. Like, man, set up. I talk about this all the time, but you got to be, because you're going to be doing this anyway. Whether you're 30, 40, you want to see some dudes crushing it, you just want to fly out, meet them, and sit down and talk, because that's how you're going to get the secret sauce. That's how you're gonna see, because you in those circles, so people are gonna respect you in those circles, basically. That makes sense?
Makes a lot of sense, yeah.
All right. Let's keep moving. I'm about to fire up Photoshop. Let's get into that. That piece I just saw you do, that's an original piece.
The LeBron names.
Yeah. Those all cut out. That's all cut out by you, all of that.
Yeah. What I have done is a lot of designers, they'll come out with like packs of maybe textures or effects. I'll probably use maybe one or two of those.
Okay.
But everything else is me.
All right, hold on.
I still have the design up.
All right, hold on. Let me share my screen real quick.
I usually keep them up until I do my next design.
You see that? I'm gonna talk about this.
That's nice.
Get rid of some of this stuff. One of the things that I see that's key for you is that what you probably could work on the most is really understanding how to blend images together, because you got different pictures coming from different situations.
Oh yeah.
So it's different lighting and different stuff like that. So let's just say, can you see this Gmail I'm in? Or you just see Photoshop?
That's Photoshop.
Okay, all right. Let me look for some. Hold on. I'm gonna just look for a tiger real quick. All right, so I'm gonna slap this tiger on here. So I got this tiger on here. Command minus, zoom out. I'm gonna put this tiger. this? I'm gonna make a new document. That's 1080 by 1350. That's Instagram size.
That's what I use.
So I'm gonna take this tiger. I'm gonna put it on here because I want to keep these layers simple. Boom. And then I'm gonna take this picture of my man. He's already cut out. You got questions on how to cut stuff out, or you good with that?
No, I used to hate clipping masks. I used to hate doing that.
Yeah, but that's part of it. That's part of the thing. You got to really master that pen tool. It's some new stuff that's pretty slick. All right, so one of the things is this that I'm seeing is sometimes people don't want to take the time to cut stuff out, so you want to kind of like be lazy and have like a glow around them, or you want to put a whole bunch of effects around them so you can't see him really cut out. So that's kind of one of the things you want to avoid. You want to really be able to cut him out. Sometimes I got to tighten it up. Like I'll cut him out, but then it may be, I kind of, because I had him like some snow by his feet, I kind of like really faded it. Because if you look, you can kind of see the pixels in his toe, and it's not really a clean.
Yeah.
It's not really clean, but I kind of had him like it was white, like it was snow. So that's why it was like that. But let's just say that I wanted to have it kind of tighter. What I would do is go into this layer mask right here, right? So when I paint,
like you can always bring it back.
yeah, you could always bring it back. But the thing is, like, just make sure that you gotta. Why is that like that? Okay, so black, I could bring it back by switching this over to white, make my brush smaller. What you want, Lena? Okay, go eat some more. So I could come across like this. I should have used my mouse. Right. So what you could do, sometimes the brush be on soft. Like that's a soft brush. Sometimes I may just put it on a hard brush, turn that black, and then I got a harder edge, and then make sure that I got the opacity all the way up. So it's just like a harder edge, and then I can slowly kind of build that up.
That's another thing.
Go ahead.
That's another thing with blending, like opacity, flow, smoothing, like kind of make everything just come together. That's, man, when I see people master that, I'm like, I'm trying to get better every time.
Yeah, well, the thing is the flow and the opacity is just a slower build up. And after I keep stroking, and keep going, then it'll get darker, slower. By having that flow down instead of like if I got it all the way up, I can't really, just it depends on if I'm trying to massage an area. Right. So one of the things is this. Okay, so then I come down. One of the things is like when you got multiple pictures, you want to match up those pictures basically because you got a whole bunch of different LeBrons. So you could look and see like this probably needs to be maybe a little duller than this, or he needs to be brightened up in a little color. So I may go back and forth. I click on this tiger right here, and that's all hue and saturation. So I go to the adjustments under here in the middle, adjustment layers, and then I go to hue and saturation, and then just make sure that you clip this effect to, I'm clipping it to the tiger only, right? Because if I don't, anything underneath is going to be affected by it, right? So anything underneath hue and saturation, if it's not clipped, then anything under here is going to be affected by whatever adjustments I make. That makes sense? All right, so you got to clip it to it. So I clip it to it, and then he's kind of desaturated. He's not as bright as this maybe. It may be on point, you know what I'm saying? But sometimes if you get a bunch of LeBrons or something, he may be brighter or darker. So when I click on it, hue and saturation, you just look at the tiger. I'm just gonna desaturate it some. All the way down is black and white. So I'm trying to kind of match it to almost like his skin. So it's kind of like desaturated like that. So I'm kind of taking it down some. It's not as bright. Up here is all the way bright, right? So the thing is, you want to make all those pictures of LeBron look all the same. So you might have to put hue and saturation on all of them to adjust them and bring them down and go back and forth, right? So now he's kind of like more blended on that. So then I'm gonna take him and move him in the middle. Move him down. I'm gonna overcut this background back on white. I want to take this off. I kind of want this to be like, I want him more centered because this is a centered shot. It's like in the center, but we got this extra stuff right here. So I'm gonna come right here, go to the crop tool. Get rid of some of this. You use the crop tool?
Oh, actually, that's one thing I.
All right, so this is how the crop tool work. If I can say, let's just say I'm going to type like this, right? So if I hit OK, if I hit OK, this check mark right here, it's going to crop it, but it's not going to delete it. Oh yeah, it is, because this is hit. So if I don't have this clip right here, delete cropping, I can always come back and crop and bring that back. But if I don't, if I just want to be like, clip it, I don't care, I can hit delete and then hit OK. Damn, that cropped the whole thing. Hold on. That's wrong. I'm rusty. That's cropping the whole page. I just want to crop this picture, so I wouldn't do that. I'll just probably come in and just select this side. Select this side. I'm just gonna I want to come in like this, and I'm just gonna hit the layer mask just in case it ain't right, and then I'm gonna resize that, transform, scale, grab it, because I just want to take it to the edge of the page. Something like that. I want to look at I'm kind of sectioning this off too. So I got this section right here, this section right here, and this section. Then I'm gonna stick him back in the middle. Bring him up. Hold on. I'm a little rusty.
That nudging tool.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring him up because I want him to break this plane, then come down, maybe. So a couple things I might do is I'm gonna take this hue and saturation, the tiger, and move it up on top. So it's up on top, I'm gonna click here, and then I may go through some effects and see what that look like. I kind of want that to be the base. So sometimes I just be like experiment. I don't know what it's gonna look like until I do it. Right. So let's say because we got this tiger face right there. I'm gonna stick a city in there.
I love doing that.
What?
Sticking the city into a picture, especially with sports players.
That's the go-to.
whatever city they play for, whatever city they grew up in. I
Yeah.
did that for the LeBron one. There's like Akron in the background, and there's Los Angeles at the top. It's like,
Yeah, the one thing is like you 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 don't want it to get too busy and too crazy. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes it seems like sometimes I overwork stuff. So I got this city on top, and then I'm just gonna run through the blending modes to see if I could get some cool little effects before I start clipping and rotating it around. Maybe I make the photo of the tiger black and white.
yeah, I usually do that. If something's not blending too well, I'll probably make it black and white. Because what I end up doing is like making the whole picture one color.
I want the buildings to stay, and I want the so that's gonna be either dark or multiply. Just kind of cutting out the white, and then I may rotate it. So I mean, part of let's say rotate. So part of it is kind of like moving stuff around. It's almost like it's on the page because I wanted to. Kind of wanted to. I'm gonna take this tiger right here, and I'm gonna go to the adjustment layers, and then I'm gonna go to black and white. I'm gonna go to the adjustment layer. I want this kind of. I want to punch this up some more. So I'm gonna go to another adjustment layer on this tiger, and I'm gonna go to levels. And this levels right here is just kind of like this is like. It's not looking right though. Oh, can't see it. The levels right here. So this is dark, this is the midtones and the highlights. I can come into these midtones and kind of see how I can make, so I could kind of darken it and then come up with the highlights and punch it up. See what I did?
Yeah, I love using levels and curves. Curves is more like levels on steroids, but like levels is pretty good to use.
Yeah, so I got that like that. Let me zoom out. Zoom out. Let me go back to these buildings and run through that again, see if I see something else. Let's just say this pin light, like, no. It's kind of in this, I'm kind of right in here. You can kind of see it. Yeah, you can. All right, so the thing is, like, I want to clip it so it's just not hanging all outside of here, right? So one of the things is I could come down to this this tiger, and I'm gonna select the picture. So I got my mouse over it, and then when I hit command, I got that little square. You see that? When I click it, I got this. Then I'm basically loading that selection. You can load selections even if they off, right? So then I'm gonna come back up here so I got this box selected because I want to crop it. I want to cut out this part, cut this part out. I'm gonna come back up here where my buildings is at, and then I'm just gonna hit layer mask because it's already selected, ready to go. And then boom. Did you catch that?
I caught that.
All right, so then we kind of got this texture.
I've done that too. Like if I want to get maybe one picture on the outside, or maybe something like if I do I think I did it a couple of days ago. I put a star on this man, but I wanted him to be like in the middle of the star. So I kind of selected him, and then I put him in the middle. So I erased some of that star and put it in the back, so it looked like he was like stuck in that. I do it all the time, like maybe shapes and stuff. If you know what I'm talking about, it's hard for me to explain.
Yeah. But this the thing too. Like sometimes you might get caught up in trying to get to the finished product because he's like the main part, right? So we're trying to really get to him, but I mean, really massaging this part to make sure that this is like super solid and sweet before he even get in there. Right? I'm gonna add some smoke coming up here or whatever. I like adding the smoke and stuff like that because you can knock out the white, knock out the black on smoke and other, like, you know, you can knock out the black by the blending mode. So I'm just gonna throw this over here, boom. Because the thing is like, come in here, Command T, come up. The thing is like, you can't cut out smoke and fire and all that stuff. You gotta use a blending mode. To get this black out, you just go to your blending modes and then you come down into the lighting area, and then that's gonna knock out the black. Boom. Then sometimes if it may be too much or it may be just a little piece of it that I want to use. Let's say this. But maybe that's like too much. Maybe it's kind of covering up his nose. I'll just come over here, make a layer mask, boom. I got black, I get my brush, boom, make my brush bigger. I'm just hitting the bracket key to make it bigger. Then I'll come, and then this is when you take your opacity, you adjust your flow and opacity down. Flow and opacity is like an airbrush, basically. That's what it theoretically is. And if you got a whole bunch of air blowing through it, that's the flow. It's gonna be, right? So if you slow down that flow, it's like a lighter air that's gonna basically brushing that, because the air blows the paint on the airbrush, basically. So that's what you're doing. You kind of like taking it down. So, because I don't wanna, you could kind of adjust it and bring it down some more, because I want it to be, oh, I see what I'm doing wrong.
Brush too hard.
Yeah, my brush ain't soft. Let me zoom in. Softer brush. Then that way I can kind of come down like that. Let's kind of, I'm gonna do lightning, see what I get. If you got questions, just go ahead and fire them away.
No. I'm just waiting to see how this finished product look. You start feeling good once you start putting everything together. Like,
yeah, the thing is, I don't know how it's gonna look.
yeah, me neither. Like, I just never know. Like,
all right, so here, come on. Boom. I got this lightning strike.
Oh yeah. I love these lightning strikes and effects, clouds, stars, galaxy.
The thing is, you don't want it to be, if you put too much stuff, then you ain't gonna see the buildings. So you gotta be a little bit, you gotta simplify it some. I don't like this edge right here. So that edge right there. Yeah. So I'm gonna click OK on this lightning. I'm gonna cut that off for a second. I'm gonna come down in here where my picture is, where my building is. Sometimes you gotta cut stuff on and off. I don't like this sharp edge right there. So I'm gonna come to my layer mask. It's on black. And I'm gonna take up the opacity. It's taking too long, boom. So it's like that hair kind of got rid of that line. It's kind of coming up into his face, boom. Right. So the thing is, you don't want too many effects, because then it's gonna take away from it, right? So, okay, so let's go back to the lightning. Boom. One of the things is like with the lightning, maybe for this, click on my lightning. For this to work, it probably needs to be black and white first.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna make it black and white. So I'm gonna go to adjustment layers. I'm gonna go to black and white, but I need to clip it. I'm gonna clip it to it. So just the clip right here, clip it to it, boom. And now that it's black and white, the blending mode is gonna work. Then I just go down to lighting. No, it ain't gonna work. So this is what you gotta do. I'm on delete this, boom. I'm gonna take it and just make it black and white. That's how you do that. So you come up here to image, adjustment, and make it black and white. So when you come up to here, this adjustments, just make it final. It's not like the adjustment layers, you can cut them on and off. They're kind of sitting up top. So you can go back and tweak them. This way it's just gonna make it black and white. Boom. So it just made it black and white. It's no way to change that once you come up in here. All right, so the reason why I did that is so when I come down here to these blending modes, when I come down in this lighting area, it's gonna knock out the white. I mean, it's gonna knock out the black and just give me the lightning by itself.
Right. Lighting or screen. I'll probably use screen.
So then I come down in here, boom. Maybe I wanted to go the other way. This kind of coming down. So maybe I'll flip it and come across like that. Maybe I'll make it a little bigger. You could almost see like a line around it still. It's not all the way black. This how you can fix that. Go to adjustment layer, go to hue and go to levels again. Boom. I'm gonna clip these levels. Boom, mode this down. And then I'm gonna darken up that photo. When I darken it, it get rid of the black. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
And then see, I don't know if that really. So then I'm just gonna make a new layer. And I'm gonna get white. I'm just gonna get a brush. I'll just come over this eye and then I'm just gonna punch it. So you should label your stuff too, because that's white on this white layer. I'm just gonna name that glow.
I usually don't like seeing a lot of layers, so I usually just make folders.
Yeah, that's a good practice.
I hate seeing layers.
So I'm just gonna move that down like that. Maybe it's coming off the Command T. I'm gonna rotate it. I want to line it up with his eye. Either I would fade that, and I just come down like it's kind of coming off the.
Mm-hmm.
So we kind of see the buildings. We got this lightning coming down. I don't know if that really read if that's lightning or not. Stick him right there. Maybe I make him a little duller. Adjustment layers, human saturation. Make sure I clip it to him only. and I'm pulling it down because this is brighter. So I'm pulling him down. I'm muting him a lot more because this is kind of black and white, but I still want some color on him. Man. I'm gonna cut him in half. You hear that fan? This is an older laptop, bro. That fan. This is why I bought. This is why I bought. This is why I bought the M1, bro.
Oh,
The fan. I don't have Photoshop on my M1. All right, so I'm gonna cut him in half. Let me see if I remember how to do that. It used to be a technique that I used to do. Used to be a technique I used to do. Let me see.
rated outside.
So I duplicated the layer. I got two of them. It used to be a way that I could cut it. I could cut it without and kind of make it simpler, but I'm just gonna fill this side with black. So I'm gonna go to this one. I'm gonna click on the layer mask and just fill it with black. So edit, fill. Well, foreground color is black. He's cut in half. I'm gonna flip this around. So I'm just gonna go to select. Inverse. Inverse is the other way. Come down to this one and fill it with black. Fill with black. So I got the right side. I'm gonna just name this R. First, I'm gonna deselect, Command D. I'm gonna name this R for right.
Mm-hmm.
Name this left. Now I'm gonna take this one, boom. I kind of just want it like off center or something.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna put all this junk into a folder, but it's getting crazy. Command D.
Do you mess with color lookup?
Color lookup.
Yeah, you mess with those.
Where's that at? In here?
Mm.
What's color lookup?
That's basically like it could be like color correction. But
At the end, you use it. That'd be the last thing you use.
yeah, usually that'd be the last thing I use to just put everything together.
Usually, I just put some on top of it.
Right.
I'm gonna look that up though.
That's like a little cheat code. Like
Is it?
it has its own. It has like it's already set up. It's already the color correction has its own levels or hue and saturations, maybe its own color. It's basically like a little cheat code.
Oh, word.
Yeah, I do it all the time.
Word. I'm gonna look that up. Look at what I got right there. The thing is, I was losing the tiger. That's wild. I put a blending mode on the right side because I was losing the eye and all of that. I actually want to move it over.
Let's get it together.
That's the tricky part is I got him, but then I got the tiger behind him, and then he's in the way of some of that effect that I wanted.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna come in Get this layer mask. I want something. I want. It's tricky, man, because if I get too. Mm. Maybe I screwed this on. That I got the lightning over there. I was trying to keep. Okay. Okay. I mean, that's. Sometimes I gotta come back like another day. All right, that's kind of better. And then let's see. Now I don't know if I like that leg hanging out by itself. I have to, let's see. I'm gonna leave it for now. I want this eye to come out. I want this eye to come out on this side. I'm gonna click over here. Kind of reason why I cut him in half was because I wanted to like.
I'm trying to get some of that eye in there.
I wanted to almost make it look like he was it was like a glitch kind of.
Oh, okay.
Like a glitch. Let me see.
Oh, if you want to make it a glitch, maybe you want to cut some more out of him, like maybe like 4 parts. Oh, now I see what you meant.
Right. So it's kind of like the thing, right? So the thing is, like I was saying before, if I get too much effects, then it's kind of like gonna take away from my tiger. So it's kind of got to be subtle. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's adding some color to it too. I don't know. Maybe it's like getting too wild. Too wild.
No, I mean, I thought that looked pretty cool. What's fun about designing is that you could always just like experiment.
Yeah. Yeah.
See what works, see what don't work. And black and white, that usually works with, with color. This is black and white. I always wondered about using those vector stock pictures.
Long as you get rid of this stuff, you're good.
I thought so.
Cause I'm looking at this black, so I'm just gonna knock all that black out coming down in this blending mode. So as soon as I know it's black, I'm just gonna knock all that out with screen or lightning, color dodge. Then I gotta be careful though, bro, because I'm losing my tiger, I'm losing my lightning, I'm losing my smoke at the bottom.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So once I'm losing my building. So I gotta be careful not to go too crazy, because then I'm gonna be losing all my stuff.
Mhm.
You know, so maybe that ain't maybe that ain't the one. I'm gonna come up here, I'm gonna make this black and white. Adjustment layer, black and white. Um, yeah, I like that little circle, but maybe the color just didn't go. I don't know if that's. Sometimes it just be a bust. Sometimes I don't like it. It got to go. Didn't work. I got my tiger. The problem is I got this color right here. I need some more of it. So I'm just gonna duplicate it, Command J. Boom. Move this over here. Command J. Move this one over here. Maybe cutting them in half was just maybe that's a bad idea. Hmm. Command G. Color.
You see, stuff like this, it looked like it could be a painting. I often probably use like posterize on this, but posterize, I would have to, it would have to be a clipping mask on different layers because just one posterized layer, it might make them unexisting. You might not see them. So then I would put it on another layer to just like re-edit it. It'll still look posterized, but then it'll be more clear so you can see it.
Okay, all right. So I'm gonna take this and move. I'm gonna cut this off. I'm gonna take all this crap and put it in the folder. G, because I want to move it up. Um, I'm gonna fade this at the bottom. So it's in a group. I'm gonna add a layer mask to that whole folder. Boom. I'm gonna come with this black, transparent, and wrong way. Then I'm gonna bring him back in. Boom. Bring him down. The thing is this. We got these colors right here. He not matching them. So we're gonna come right here, add hue and saturation to him. And this time we're gonna play with this hue and saturation. We're gonna brighten him up, but I need him to be blues and purple. So I'm gonna come up here and see. I gotta click it to him.
What you would call it? Selective color always helps.
And then I made, all right, so we just need something like coming up from this bottom, right? Let's see. Almost like a circuit board or something. This guy stock. Oh, that's dope. I ain't mean to do that. But since it's in there, let's do it. That's that. Those serendipity moments, bro. It's just when you can kind of get in there. Boom. I'm gonna add a layer mask to it because I want to bring something to the back. Got my brush. Smaller. I'm gonna take it down some. Be kind of like glitching. I wanted that to go underneath him. Come on, right here. Go back. So it's inside of him and it's down at the bottom too. This got stock on it, bro. So you can't have that.
You always use the color fill.
Huh? Yeah, go. Maybe I could pick up. It probably needs to push it back. It probably needs to be darker here or darker in the back. I'm gonna make a new layer on top of that. Try to push this back some with a. Let's see. I'm gonna come from here. See what I did? I got a layer. I'm doing a layer mask to it. Oh no, I don't like it.
I thought it was cool. You could use it for his floor, like something come off with the shadow.
Yeah, I maybe could find a better picture. I don't know why that's so bright like here too. This little white right here.
Mm-hmm.
This floor. Maybe he needs some shadows underneath his feet too. So I'm gonna come here. I'm gonna make a new layer, boom, under here. We're just gonna get the paintbrush. We're gonna be lazy. That could be better. I quickly did that, but I quickly did that. Okay, so let's just say this is as good as it's gonna get. I'm just gonna put maybe some dust and scratches on top of it. So I'm gonna go dust and scratches. like an overlay over the whole thing to kind of. So I'm gonna take this and put this on top. These dust and scratches.
Your texture.
Yeah, texture over the top of the whole thing. Click OK. Come down into this blending mode. Sometimes if it's too much, just say I do like this, but it's too much, I may put a layer mask on top. So it's kind of like, so let's just say, let me say this. I'm recording this session too, bro. So I may put this on YouTube. I probably will. I mean, you could do the same thing. Just fire up Zoom, share your screen, and just go. Just make sure I say this and check place this. Cancel. Place this joint crash, bro. Tiger. Okay. All right, so let's say I like this. I'm gonna try the one thing. Where's the what you said? It's called what?
Lookup.
Selective color.
Color lookup. Oh, selective color.
Color lookup. Where's that at?
It's right there under channel mixer. It's like in the middle. It's vibrant, hue, saturation, color balance. It's back there.
So color lookup. How does work?
3D LUT. Oh yeah, all those right there.
Oh snap! Fire, bro.
Right. So you just like play around with them. They all have their own kind of effects, levels.
This new, because you know what I used to use? I used to be down here. It don't work no more like it used to.
Uh-huh.
I used to be doing gradient map.
Gradient map. Oh yeah.
Gradient map ain't like this, bro. This better, bro. It's hard.
Sit there and just play with them.
Man, bro. Hard. Well, because you know what else I used to be up here? I used to kind of come. All right, so let's just say we got this. Let's say this. It's better than the other one I did.
Who is that?
One of my little nephews. They got a little clothing line.
Oh, okay.
Got a little clothing line. It's called Eunice. That's what I forgot to put the text on there. Hold on.
That's another problem I have is text. Like,
yeah, text is a beast by itself.
Yeah.
Text is a beast by itself. Let me get my phone. Hold on a minute. Where's my phone now? I don't want to butcher their name. I'm spelling it wrong. Hold on, let me look at it. Yeah, the text, I mean, you just gotta, do some more tutorials on just using text. I can't find where my phone is, bro. Hold on. Wait. I forgot how to spell their name. Let me see. It's Eunice. That's the brand. Boom. There's a text. I got it behind them. Command two. There's a text. The text, you know, because once you do all this work, the text part, you be lazy with it because you didn't worked on it this whole time, and now you just want to slap text anyway. That's the thing. I'm gonna hit scale. I'm gonna right click. Why can't I skew? Not skew. Right click. I want to do perspective. I might have to convert the text to a raster the text. That means I can't change it no more. And then I'm gonna Command T is transform, right click, come into perspective.
Oh yeah. Yeah, because his legs look like it's an N. His legs look like it's an N.
I noticed that. Putting this overlay on here so some of that texture could come out. So boom. Man, that's crazy. Love this stuff, bro. I fell in love with this stuff in 91, bro. Like once I was able to get to set the house, it was it. Because I'm in there for hours. Once you're in there for hours, that's how you master it. You just gotta play around. You see what it took us to get through it. We built up the background and we moved it up. We was trying to blend them in. It was kind of taken away. We still kind of see our buildings. The lightning kind of got lost, but we got this texture in him. That was by accident, right? And now we got the floor down at the bottom. So this is one of the things I'll be doing too. Let's just say we get this. This is a final go. This is fire. I'll make a duplicate of the whole thing. So duplicate the whole thing. I'm gonna duplicate and merge the layers all together. Click OK. And then it's basically flat. So we got, let's get rid of this. We got our actual job that we worked on, which is good. We got that saved. We call that Tiger. That was him kind of cut out. We can get rid of that. We got him right here. And then I made a duplicate right here. Reason why I want to make a duplicate, because I'm going to come up here into these filters. Boom. I ain't even got these. I ain't even messed the plugins. I come down in here in this filter gallery. And sometimes you play around in here.
Yeah, maybe for like, not for the whole image though. I've never done that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Sometimes I come and see what I could get. You just do pieces of it.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I kept the original. Just then I might see what I get. You can zoom in. Maybe it's already straight, right? Maybe it's already cool.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes this kind of makes it more look like a drawing than sometimes I get nothing. Let's see, sharpen this up. Take this down. Oh my God, it's crazy. I don't know. That's dope. Maybe I don't get nothing. Maybe it just be too much. So I hit cancel. But sometimes I will flatten it and kind of come in here and see what I could get, play around in here, see what I could get. But that's it. That's dope. Would that take an hour?
What time is it? Yeah, about now.
30, 40 minutes.
Yeah.
That's it. That's how you massage that out. Boom. Questions?
No. Just love to see this master at work.
Yeah, so I mean that's how you do it. Just take some experimenting around. Don't be stuck on the first idea. So we wanted the tiger, we wanted him in there. We just moved him down so we still get the funky tiger background. Still get him in the center. The reason why this kind of works because he's already centered, so it's a symmetrical situation already. So the tiger needed to be, the tiger couldn't be looking to the side or to the tiger needed to be even down the middle too, right? So we put this background on here, but we needed to darken it so we could push it back. So we used a gradient. We used a gradient, black to transparent on top to push that in the distance in the back. This probably could be pushed back too. Like probably need to be darker. Like we could probably come up and add some more stuff to it. Like this probably could be pushed back too. Like this right here may be too bright. Because if it's going to the back, you know what I'm saying? Let me go back. I like to look at it like later, you know what I'm saying? Like once I come back to it, I could kind of see. Like if I push this back, it's gonna really, let me see. I think that's just like that glitch. Where I put them at.
They're all in their own folder.
No, where?
They at the bottom,
Where?
right there.
Right here?
Mhm.
No, man, that's the one I split in half. No,
Right
tiger.
there.
All right, where?
See the tiger, and then I mean they're all like you see, like they're all like together.
I know. And what I did. See, this is the downside of not naming stuff. Bro, I don't see him.
They're you talking about
The color glitch.
the color witch? Or yeah, go open that folder back up.
In here?
Yeah.
Is it in here? Bruh. What
Are
they
they,
at?
are they that
Color right here.
Yeah.
Hey, right? I got them way over there, bro. That's crazy, bro. I was kind of rushing. I'm just gonna make a new layer right here. Boom. I'm just gonna make another gradient and just stick it right here. Stick it right there. I don't know why it's all black at the bottom. I'm gonna make a layer mask. This is kind of messy, man. It need to be. Yeah. We need to be better. I just kind of wanted to push this back some. It's a little bit. I think it was two. See it? Was it that bright? Must have been. So I darkened it. You probably need a glow around them too. You know how to do that?
The glow around them? Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Glow around them. You could kind of have a glow. I ain't gonna get into that though, but I gotta roll in a minute. I got a meeting at 2. So we're gonna wrap it up right there. Boom. You can come back to it and finesse it and tweak it up some, but you see the process and how we kind of did that, man. I mean, that's fire. That's almost looked like it's done, bro. That's where's the other one that I did? This the one I did. This one better than that. This one better than that one.
Oh crap! That was the original one. I was like, wait, is that the original?
Yeah, that was the original one that I did.
Oh, okay.
I was a rusty. This one. That one okay, but this one fire, bro.
Yeah, that's
That's how you do that.
Mm.
So I mean, these workshops is good, man. We got to do this more often, bro. You know what I'm saying? Maybe next time you just go and just freestyle and I just watch you do it, and then I see your process, and then I can just jump in and critique what you're doing.
That's nice. That's nice. You see, because I'm looking at this and I'm like, okay, because I'll go back and revise some of the edits I've done. Like from 2 years ago, I'll be like, wow, I would have done this totally different now.
Yeah. That's good, man, to see that progress, bro. It's beautiful, man. We could set up another time. I'd like to get some other designers on here too, man, if you got some questions and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Elena, she still probably does design. She does like Adobe Spark stuff.
Okay, that's what's up. Yeah. Yeah. Will Sundays be cool? I would like to get like maybe Sunday session or something.
Yeah, Sundays. It wouldn't have to just be like designers, maybe people who do other stuff like Eunice, shirts and stuff like that. Put people who are ultimately creative come together. We'll just work on something or talk about stuff. Maybe we'll work on something that's going on in the city of Cleveland. Just have a whole huge innovative process.
Absolutely.
That'd be so dope.
I'm gonna try to see if Sundays is a day to lock in, and then I'll just do a push on social media, see if we can get some people coming in, and then we just do it like that. All right, G, I appreciate you, bro. I'm gonna post this on YouTube so we can share this love with everybody else too.
All right.
What's the Instagram so everybody can follow you though?
Oh, this is Nightwalker J, designer, courtesy of this man right here.
Please tap into him. The stuff is beautiful. He took a break. He took a little hiatus, but he's coming back, and I'm seeing some improvements already from the break and coming back in. So
how long was that? Maybe 3 months. I didn't exactly take a break. I was on a second account. I got disabled off my first one, and I'm like, dude, all this work. So I had a second account with all my designs on there, stuff that had nothing to do with pertaining to sports, maybe more so freestyling, just doing whatever, see what works and see what doesn't. So when I came back, a lot of stuff that I took from that, I incorporated into my designs, made everything come together.
Quick question: you get paid for any work you've done for somebody?
I have, but for the most part, no.
Yeah, You gotta just do some. You just gotta grab something for somebody for free and just do it for them.
I have, yeah, I did that a couple of weeks ago. This one girl in my school, she likes to model, and I'm like, see, I'm loving these pictures. I want to
Yeah,
do something to them. So I'm like,
yeah,
all right, let me do this.
yeah,
She loved it. No, so yeah.
yeah. You gotta do it for somebody like older that's in the game too. Just crush something for them. Any DJ, I don't know, like DJ Steph Floss, maybe do something for him, tag him and see what he say. Tag, you know what I'm saying? People that's like anybody like crushing me, bro. Just tag them and do it. Like, you hear to my brother, Mr. Soul.
Who?
Mr. Soul.
Who's Mr. Soul?
He's one of my comrades. He's an illustrator. He's in my network. Add him on Instagram. You gotta spell it out, Mr. Mister, Mr. Soul 216, I think. Check out his work. He's doing a lot of stuff. He could do designs and stuff, but he illustrating on the iPad Pro.
Oh, stuff like that. That's the
Yeah.
stuff I think my cousin does.
He's doing mural work off of that and everything. It's just just add him, bro. I'm gonna tell you who to add. I'm gonna probably tell you who to do some work for and see what they say and get a bite. And then you need to figure out what your price is gonna be when they hit you back and say, I love it. Can you do a mixtape cover for me? Because that's basically a mixtape cover that I just did. Basically, you know what I'm saying? It's like a cover for a poster or whatever. You need to have your prices already ready to go. Cash out ready to go. I need 50% up. I'm gonna give you a couple of examples. Boom, and then pay me when you get done. Whatever that price is, $200, $300. Show that work and record it as you're doing it too. So then on YouTube, you already got it recording just in the background as you're doing it to show that process too. Then you can flex that too. So you grab clips of that, put it on YouTube, and a clip of that, you building it up too. You know, crunching the time and speeding it up, you building it too. Like, I'm doing these $200, $300, $400, and showing that work. And you're gonna open up the floodgates, bro. You're gonna be telling people, I can't, I'm busy. You know what I'm saying? That's how it go, man. Because you flexing and showing like, oh, you working with me, bro. You underneath my umbrella. I got a network of people ready to spend money, right? Because they know I'm coming. Because people always ask me, you got some kids that's doing some work? I'll be like, no, because I don't be seeing nothing or I ain't tapping in enough with you. You know what I'm saying? We're going to knock this out. I'm going to make you a rich man, bro. Promise.
That's the life, man.
We're going to end on that note, bro. Be safe.
All right.
We're going to tap back in. I'm going to hit you up. DM me your number, man, so I can like text you too.
All right.
Like, DM me your number. All right, signing off, bro. Be safe.
All right, you too. Thank you.
See you.